Totally.
been around it. That's what fuels me to stay in this industry.
Yeah, I agreed.
Watching people act. I just
gosh.
get so excited sometimes when it's a great, like you're like, is this going to be good? And it's great. And you're like, yes, it's so.
There's been so many times when I'm in the room and like, you just know someone just is going to get the part. Mm-hmm. Like they nail it. Like I have body chills thinking about certain moments, but like.
Some favorites, some thoughts?
Yes, I have one. I have one actually to think of. I think about this one a lot. And I think I was assisting at the time. I wasn't even, or maybe I was an associate and I was just in the room, but this was for a different show that I wasn't working on it, but I was maybe running camera, I think. And it was for Supergirl. And the role was, they were casting the first transgender superhero. Pretty amazing. But we had a small pool. We had a very small pool of actors. And I'm hoping now that it's
yeah, I was going to say, yeah, because that's a few years ago,
This is
right?
2019 perhaps.
We could slide up and see when.
Yeah, I think it was 2019 when we were casting this role specifically, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I think I was just in the room for it, and we had a really hard time finding this role. We wanted and it was and we ended up bringing in Nicole Maines, who I believe was really young. She's probably 18 or 19 maybe. I don't know. She was young, but really she'd only done like one kind of like indie horror film or something.
Really?
Transgender actress, like new to the game, new to the scene. And she came in, she flew in from the East Coast. I believe she's from Maine. Maybe that's where the last name comes or something. But she came in and it was just someone who was still green, still new, but so like striking. Like the scene, I have body chills thinking about like no one had come in and really done it it felt poised. Mm-hmm. It felt poised. And I remember being like, I wanted to cry because I was like, this is what, like this is where the magic comes from. When someone comes in and you've been just like please, like we've been casting this role all summer.
Those are
you are the light at the end of the tunnel.
And you just think that there's no light. And then she came in and I was like, wow, the light. And it was so wonderful to see someone who was so new and so green and so fresh nail it. Mm-hmm. And that's what I say. She was that role. She was 100% that role. So, goosebumps time. Like it's
so fun.
Yeah. And then she was the first transgender superhero.
That's
ever.
Really cool.
It was so cool.
That is so
really
cool.
It was amazing. I got goosies. Goosies, thank you.
Yay! And you were there at that moment.
I was there in that moment. I was in the room. I don't think I was even working on the project, but I was running camera.
You're like, this is
so I was like, and thank God I was. Thank God I was. I got to see that.
But it's funny too, that's a good thing maybe to share is I've seen some castings and I will mention them by name because this thing went on for years. I would see tons of kids
I already know it.
Let's see if they know. Luke, do you want to call it out from back there?
We shouldn't. I don't want to name drop either. I don't know.
Troop Zero. Remember?
Yeah. I auditioned every single role. Probably even one of the boys' roles at one point.
They were like, they kept submitting. And
where did it film?
Like 2 years.
Oh, easily 2 years. Because I had other kids coming in, and I'm like, not this thing again.
Where did it film?
It's on Amazon somewhere. I don't know. Somebody,
no
you
idea.
guys can look
Could
it
not
up.
tell you.
But let me tell you, that thing made the rounds, and it made the rounds, and it kept making the rounds, and I'm like, what are they looking for?
Oh my gosh.
At least 2 years,
oh my gosh.
I mean,
what are they looking
after a while,
for?
we're just like, no. Like we've read
Wait,
for
like
this 3
different
times.
roles for the same
different roles for the same project.
Wow.
Just kept
everybody,
going, like, what?
everybody we know was reading for it.
People would call me up. I'm like, forget it. I'm not even going to submit. Like, and that's actually funny because that shows how you can wear out the people because people wouldn't even want to bother with it.
Oh my gosh!
Because they did a lot of times after that much time, we thought it was a fake project.
Did it film in Miami? I'm curious.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, you guys.
Because if it did, that would make a little more sense. But if it didn't, interesting. Mm-hmm. But I mean.
I know. I'm like now. People are gonna start.
Every role.
I'm not kidding
below.
you.
Wow.
It was like a main cast of probably like 6.
Okay.
I auditioned for I believe all 3 girls. He auditioned for all the boys.
Yeah.
Like it was everybody was auditioning.
It came out in 2019. And
I wonder if it filmed in Miami.
I don't know.
But.
McKenna Grace, Jim
Jim
Gaffigan was in it.
Oh, okay.
So maybe they had to wait to get like Gaffigan to sign on or something. But yeah, I mean, Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just sharing with it's funny because when it came out, I'm like, oh, they got Jim Gaffigan. Oh, it's legit. But for years I went, this is one of these projects.
Right.
Because we see them all the time come across and it's like, this isn't a real project.
Yeah.
Like it's just
I mean, I think about, it's hard because from like my perspective on it is when, again, I didn't, like, I wasn't the associate casting director on this project. I was a casting assistant at the time. And it was The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix. And casting that pilot, I think we saw every girl in the world for Sabrina. And we saw every boy in the world for Harvey. I mean...
Now, when you say that, just for everybody, to shock everybody, how many people?
I think the list...
It's got to be... I'm not going to
single-spaced. The list that we had, was 22 pages long.
There you go.
Single-spaced. I remember having to print those lists out. Our master list. And it was 22 pages long, single-spaced. Yeah. Not 12-point Times New Roman. We're talking
yeah.
Yeah. So
we're in the thousands.
Easily. I would even for Wolfpack. I think for the 4 leads, I think I saw 2,000 at least for each role, perhaps, or 1,000 maybe for each, in the thousands or in the hundreds, or maybe requested over 1,000 tapes for each. Yeah. And got.
So that's when people are submitting and I didn't get anything. I'm like,
you listen, when a breakdown is released, right? I give it my rule, and usually I think this is my opinion. I wait 24 hours until I go through submissions. I wait 24 hours. I let them all come in, and usually for a pilot like the Wolfpack pilot, which was a really exciting one because it was already greenlit. So everyone wanted to be on it. It wasn't just a pilot. It was a pilot with a pickup.
Right.
And I think I had over 2,000 submissions or 3,000 maybe for
in
each
24
role.
hours.
24 hours.
Yeah.
A lot. I'm talking a lot.
Yeah.
And maybe that's maybe over 48 hours, but within, it was a lot. And we go through all those submissions. It sometimes is 16 pages worth of submissions.
I got a great question. I don't know if anybody's really ever thought of this. Do you think there's a value if you release a submission, if there's a casting that comes out and 2 or 3 days, you release it on a Monday and it says Friday due date, do you believe that there's any value to having it in on Tuesday versus Friday, or is it just do your best,
do your best?
Do your best. It doesn't.
We are watching them. You honestly probably, I'm not. It depends on how busy I am. I might not be watching as we go. Right. I might be setting that up so that as soon as the deadline is there,
Saturday or Sunday,
that's my little Sunday scary job. Is all So
in the jammies, click,
or maybe if I know I need to watch as I go. If it's long scenes, maybe I'll watch as I go.
Right.
But there's no difference. Just get it in before it's
quality over speed.
Correct. Quality over speed.
I've heard some people no, you got to get it in first thing. I'm like, no.
I mean, if you can, great.
Right.
Good for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Oh my God, I loved it.